Hi, it's a schus to be saying hello to you from the old city, from Yeshiva Netivaria or Dear Yeshiva. I want to share with you the avoda of Purim in a small, concise idea, as well as a very, very important lesson that I think is so important for us to internalize at the end of the Jewish year. Adar is at the end of the year. It's the finality. It culminates avodas Hashem. It's well known that the Zohar says that Purim is Yom HaKippurim. That the madrega that a person reaches on Purim is higher than even Yom Kippur if he does it right. We've spoken about in the 10-minute Musar the importance of internalizing the avoda of using HaKadosh Baruch Hu's world in avodas Hashem. Purim is the holiday where there's no Kedushas Hayom, there's no sanctity to the day. The entire mitzvahs Hayom stem from the Seudah, the Mishteh, and the highest part of Klal Yisrael, the secret of Klal Yisrael, is the ability for us to take Mishteh and turn it into Simcha and Avodas Hashem. Rabbi Katz, we've mentioned in the past, says so clearly and so beautifully that when Chazal, in Psachim if I'm not mistaken, say, Nichnas Yayin Yotza Sod, that when wine goes in, the secret comes out. It means the secret of Klal Yisrael is to use Gashmias in Avodas Hashem. It's the end of a long Zman. Ksubis has been a nice bit of work for us here in Yeshiva. And many of you have gone through a long Zman as well. Whether you've gone through a long Zman in university, or in Yevamos, or in any other Masechta, or in Masechet HaChaim, in your professional lives. We're all looking forward towards Purim and Pesach. And the culmination is for us to be able to look at that long period, the period that we might have had challenges in our Gashmi, and be able to look at it and funnel it through the perspective of Avodas Hashem. I was privy to a very fascinating, potential massive machlokas in a family that related to a large inheritance. And in the end, according to both halacha and according to law, there was a certain member of a family that was entitled to a very large amount of money, and there was another member of the family who wasn't. And as I was discussing this din Torah of Yerusha with that family member, they reminded me an amazing story of Reb Chaim Volozhiner. And this is the message that I want you to take away. They described that Reb Chaim Volozhiner had a din Torah that came to him as well. In the din Torah, there were two people who said that a large estate belonged to them. Reb Chaim listened to the first person, he listened to Reuven, and Reuven explained why the land belongs to him. He listened to Shimon, and Shimon explained why the land belongs to him. Reb Chaim Volozhiner said, wait a second, there's a third party that I need to listen to. He said, I got to listen to the land. Reb Chaim Volozhiner put his ear down to the ground, and both Reuven and Shimon are watching, and he listens for a minute. Reb Chaim Volozhiner looks up at them, and he says, the land says that in a short amount of time, both of you will belong to him. What a very, very powerful verse. If a person realizes that everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives them is there to be Mekadesh Shem Shemayim, the Gashmius, the Mishteh V'Simcha, then we can fully internalize all the challenges of this year and all the challenges that life gives us. Reb Chaim Volozhiner's Musar is a very, very powerful Musar. But it's something that's so important as we get towards Sof Hashana, we get towards Purim. I'm looking forward, Be'ezer Hashem, in being with the Yeshiva alumni at the Shabbaton. It's the end of the Zman. It's an end of a long year. Not only that, from what I understand, Rav Bader told me that we resulted to have a couple of Shabbatonim this year with Yeshiva. It means it could very well be that you already went to another Yeshiva Shabbaton. But this is a Sof Hashanah. This is the end of the year. I can tell you, I speak for myself, but I think I speak for other staff members as well. It's been a long year. It's been a challenging year. It's been a productive year. But as Rabina says, We need you, and you need us. Kodesh Baruch Hu should give us the siyata d'shmaya at the end of the year, where all the things come together, that we should feel the koach of all parts of our yeshiva, all of the arba minim, all the special, beautiful parts of the symphony that Netiv Aryeh plays, which is representative of the beautiful symphony of Klal Yisrael. Leich knois kol haYehudim. Esther says, gather everybody, gather all parts of Avodas Hashem, gather all parts of Klal Yisrael, gather all parts of the bechinas of our special yeshiva. Kodesh Baruch Hu should give us the siyata d'shmaya to celebrate Purim properly, and that's a tremendous avoda. We've spoken about this in a 10-minute Musar. Doing Purim right is a tremendous challenge for Klal Yisrael, but that's the Hashlamas Hashana. And for those of us in Eretz Yisrael, the Hashlamas Hazman, for so many of us on the staff, for so much of a part of the administration of Yeshiva and the Talmidim, the Shabbaton is what gives us a lot of koach. So Be'ezer Hashem, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Shabbaton. And Kodesh Baruch Hu should give all of Klal Yisrael, both in Eretz Yisrael and in Chutz La'aretz, the koach to be ma'ached, to be mekayim all the meanings behind the words Lech Knois Kohen.